So I said it before in a previous video, I will say it again now. Call of Duty 2022 or Call of Duty in 2022 is going to be the biggest year in Call of Duty ever. Based off of everything we've heard over the past 24 hours, it is insane what we already know is coming, and that is what we're going to be talking about in this video. If you didn't know, 2 days ago, there was a meeting between Activision, Infinity Ward, and some Call of Duty creators. I wasn't at it, but in this meeting, they talked about the future of Call of Duty regarding Call of Duty 2022, Warzone 2. Yes, that is now confirmed. We'll get there in a second. And Season 2 as well. As far as Season 2, I'm not going to really cover all of those changes in this video. We'll talk about that once Season 2 is actually out on Monday. But in this video, I wanted to talk about the rest of the information we got, direct quotes from the developers themselves, and talk about what is actually going to be coming in the future of Call of Duty. So starting out, Warzone 2. It is confirmed. So basically what they have said about this is Warzone 2 is going to be big. It's not just going to be a reimagining, redesigning of what we already have. There's going to be different mechanics. It's going to completely change from what we already have. Warzone 2 is going to be its own animal beast in and of itself. They also said that Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2, or Call of Duty 2022, I'm just going to continue to call it Modern Warfare 2, are being designed hand in hand together like we saw with Modern Warfare 2019 and the first iteration of Warzone. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a second because it's very interesting, but we'll get there. So it's being designed together, and on top of that, they're creating a new engine for both of these games. It's going to be like the Modern Warfare 2 engine, just like we had with Modern Warfare 2019. They made their own engine. Warzone ran on that engine. This is going to be integrated in that way, and it's going to feel really smooth between the two, which is A-okay in my book. If you remember with Black Ops Cold War, it was on a different engine than Warzone, and it just felt weird playing the two of them at the same time. That is not going to be the case here. They are being designed hand in hand. Now, speaking of Modern Warfare 2, it is going to be a direct sequel to Modern Warfare 2019. That is the information we were given. We haven't been given the title Modern Warfare 2. It could be called Captain Price's Amazing Adventures. It could be called Ghosts in the Dark, Modern Warfare Edition. It could be called a bunch of different things, but we know it's a direct sequel to Modern Warfare 2019. So if you put your thinking caps on, we basically know that that is going to be called Modern Warfare 2, and it's going to be on this new engine. Now, I want to read you some direct quotes as to what we have been given about the future of Call of Duty. So Infinity Ward's Pat Kelly, he's like the head guy over at Infinity Ward, says he's extremely excited for this year's game and says there's a lot in it, and also tease some big game updates with the new sandbox mode. So this is the thing that we've been talking about for a while, that DMZ mode that's going to be similar to Escape from Tarkov. They're calling it the new sandbox mode. Most likely it's going to be taking that co-op spot away from zombies. And really, we don't know any direct information about this mode. We just know that it's going to be a sandbox mode, and that's something we really haven't had before in a Call of Duty game. The closest thing would probably be Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 2019, but really that's not what we're talking about here. So he's excited about that, and he said that when it launches, they will hype it up, but the real judge is going to be, are people going to play it? And they don't know that yet because it's not out, and that's a very straightforward and I think good thing for a developer to say. Now, going back to the Warzone 2 side of things, this next quote I found extremely interesting. He said, Warzone was just meant to be an extension of Modern Warfare. And then we integrated Black Ops and Vanguard, and now the game is bloated. That is a direct quote. And with this, that makes a lot of sense to me, because as soon as we started integrating Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard into Warzone, it didn't even feel like Warzone anymore. When Modern Warfare was out and Warzone was out at the same time, they felt integrated. The stories combined together, and it made a lot of sense. They did an okay job with the story part of Black Ops Cold War, but yeah, I agree. The game feels bloated. There's so many guns. There's so much there that imagine just picking this up for the first time. Your friend's talking about it and goes, let's hop into some Warzone. There's like 100+ guns. There's all these things you need to level up. It's bloated. I think that's a very good way of talking about it. And when Modern Warfare 2 comes out, when Warzone 2 comes out, they are going to be combining the two. They're going to be developed together. And I think that is a huge positive. And the fact that they're coming out together is big thumbs up in my book. So they then talked about the bugs that are currently in the game. And there's a couple things here I wanted to point out. First of all, they said that releasing Caldera before Christmas break was a big mistake because they released it. There's a million bugs and no one's there. No one's working to actually fix the game. I think that's right. They also admitted that because the game is so bloated and there's so much going on in it, when something breaks, when someone goes invisible, it's hard for them to figure out how to fix it because there's just so much in the game. And that actually makes a lot of sense. Yes, we all want them to fix it and think it's easy, but because there's so much in this game, so much coding behind it, when one thing breaks, they have to figure out how to fix it without completely breaking something else. And because there's so much in the game, that is very difficult. Now, there's just a couple of other quotes about individual things. Basically, our takeaways from what we talked about is Warzone 2 is going to be a thing happening this year. Modern Warfare 2 is going to be a thing happening this year, and that is officially confirmed. That is what they have said. The specific wording they used is that there is a Warzone 2, and as far as the next game, it's a direct sequel to Modern Warfare 2019. Now, these next couple quotes, these are interesting. They're just things I wanted to point out. So the first thing was talking about like matchmaking and skill-based matchmaking. They said that they are attempting to balance between high skill and low skill players, and it isn't easy. We can't nerf low skilled players' ability just to please high skill players, and it's a complicated balance to get it right for everyone. That's a very confusing statement, and it sounds like a very political statement, just trying to cover all the bases. But I do get that, and they have said that there's going to be things coming out in the future that are going to be a choice between whether you want to matchmake with directly PlayStation players, Xbox players, PC players, that kind of thing, or input-based matchmaking. They said that they're working on that behind the scenes, but there's not much as of right now to go off of. Now, similarly to that statement, they talked about the FOV slider, specifically the FOV slider on console. Let me just read to you what I got on this, and then I'll give you my opinion on it. So first of all, they said, developers have confirmed that most players are currently playing on last gen consoles. So not on current gen, not on PC, on last gen consoles. Because of this, they can't put the FOV slider in because it won't really work on those last gen consoles. Now, they also said that they don't want to further increase the skill gap, and they said that the FOV slider benefits high-skilled players mainly. That statement doesn't make any sense to me. Let me give my opinion on this. The statement that FOV slider only benefits high skill or mainly benefits high skill players, I don't understand that because anyone can use it. This isn't something like a weapon that has higher recoil and it has a really great time to kill, but only a good player can use it. It's not a thing that this does. Anyone can use it and anyone can become better with their higher FOV because you can see more, just plain and simple. That's what the higher FOV does. And you don't have to use it. You can if you want to. I don't understand the reasoning behind it benefiting only high skill players. Yes, they don't want to make a higher skill gap, but I don't think this is one of those things that does that. And I would love to hear the reasoning behind that. Like if there's a reason why it only benefits high skill players, I can see them saying that and having a reason for not doing it. But I don't see the reasoning there other than them just saying it. Maybe you guys can fill me in the comments as to what you think, but I don't understand that. And then the final thing that I wanted to put out there is Pat Kelly, Infinity Ward's co-studio head, said that there is no interest in boost jumps or jetpacks for those who are wondering. So no, there's not going to be wall running. No, there's not going to be boost jumps. It's going to be boots on the ground, Modern Warfare game. And that is what we are going to be getting. I would love to see like some sort of Call of Duty Battle Royale with boost jumps just to see what it would feel like, even if they put it in for a season just for a fun playlist. But I get why they're not doing it. I totally understand that, and it has now been put out there. No boost jumps, Modern Warfare 2 confirmed, Warzone 2 confirmed. Things are looking great. I am excited for it. This is all of the information we have. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Let me know what you think down in the comments and subscribe to stay up to date on everything Call of Duty. Hopefully I made this informative, quick, to the point for you guys. And thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard.